So many of us move through life holding on to beliefs that were never truly ours. Sometimes they're handed to us by family, teachers, employers, and very often by medical professionals we've been trained to see as the final authority. I'd like to share a little of my own story because it shaped the very path that has led me to the work that I do today. And for those of you that haven't come across me before, my name is Sarah Hunt. I'm an intuitive healer, past life regression therapist, and a spiritual teacher. So many years ago, I was involved in a car accident that left me with injuries to my back and neck. After scans, appointments, consultations, I was told very matter-of-factly that my condition would get progressively worse as I aged. That was an absolute major shock to my system. I was a very active person. I was bringing two children up on my own. I had a very demanding sales job at the time and a love of Shotokan karate. So it left me feeling that there was no room for hope, no space for possibility, and just a future painted in inevitable decline. And like many people do, I believed it because someone in a position of authority told me that this was the truth. This belief shaped my mindset for years. It became an unconscious program running in the background. Then one day at work, a colleague mentioned to me that she'd done Reiki. It was a passing comment, but something about it caught my attention. I don't think either of us realized in that moment, but that short conversation was the turning point that led me into the world of energy healing. As I opened up to healing, my back and neck began to improve, old emotional patterns and energetic blocks released, and then the physical body followed. And piece by piece, I began to heal injuries I'd been told would only get worse. You'll never do karate again. After the accident, I was told that activities like karate should be avoided. I was told that the movement and impact would be too much and that I'd never again regain my former strength or range of motion. I accepted it at first. Again, not because I felt it was true, but because it came from someone deemed in a position of authority. But 2 years ago, after breaking my shoulder, I felt a very strong pull. My inner voice was urging me to return to karate, not despite the injury, but because of it. And what I'd actually done was, having had trouble with the muscles in my shoulder after the break had healed, I sat down and just tuned into myself and said, what can I do that's going to help me to strengthen the muscles, that's going to help me to get my body fitter again? And all I heard was karate. So, with some determination and focus and a deep commitment to my healing journey, I've built my shoulder strength up again. It's much better than it was. I've reclaimed my confidence. And with a lot of support and encouragement from Sensei at my club and many others in the karate club, I have reached the very same level I had achieved over 20 years ago. Mindset, belief, and trust changed everything, and that's trust in myself. So, why do we believe authority over our own inner knowing? Medical staff, teachers, and other professionals play an important part in our world, and many of them are kind, dedicated, and compassionate. But they speak from their training, their experience, and sometimes their limitations. When someone presents information with certainty, especially when wearing a uniform or holding a title, our mind accepts it as fact, even when the body, the intuition, and the heart are telling you it's not. If the information doesn't feel right, but we accept it anyway, it can form a false belief that shapes our future in unnecessary ways. False beliefs can limit healing, reduce hope, shut down possibility, create fears, and then lead us down a more convoluted path than we need to actually walk. This is why mindset is so important in healing. When we stay open, curious, and aligned with our intuition, we create space for the body and energy field to shift in far more profound ways. Let me just tell you a little bit about a client experience that I had recently. So I worked with a gentleman who had a severe sports injury to his leg that's been causing him a few problems over the last 3 or 4 years. Medical staff had told him that it would never heal properly. He accepted that as truth. He didn't question it, and he didn't realize how much that statement had shaped his emotional state. During his session with me, he was genuinely shocked when I said to him, healing can absolutely help. And at the very least, we can start to reduce your symptoms significantly. During his treatment, several past lives came forward. Each involved damage to the same leg that he damaged in this lifetime, and the energetic imprint of those injuries was still present. So, by clearing the negative energies out of those lives that had come to the surface for him, the energetic imprint was corrected so that energetically the injury was completely healed. It allowed the energy to realign properly. The memory of the trauma, the pain, and the shock could also be released. And so the healing process in this lifetime could actually move a bit more freely. It'll be interesting to see the changes that he's noticed on his next visit, but the key to him experiencing change was that he left the session with something he didn't have before: hope. Your mindset is your gateway to your healing. Healing isn't only about the body, it's about belief, it's about openness, and most of all, it's about trusting your own inner wisdom. If I had accepted everything that I was told years ago, I would still be living in pain and limitation. I would never have discovered energy healing, and I certainly wouldn't be practicing karate again. Your body listens to your beliefs. Your energy field responds to your mindset. Your healing journey expands when you allow possibility. If someone has told you that you won't heal, you won't improve, or should just accept things as they are, please know this. There is always possibility. There is always space for change. There is always a path forward. You're never stuck. Your mindset is your doorway. You don't have to believe in healing for it to work, and you don't need to understand how it works for it to be effective. You just need to open your mind to possibility, because when you do this, all things become possible. If any of this resonates with you and you realize that you have some beliefs that you're stuck in that actually are probably false beliefs, then do feel free to arrange a snapshot chat with me, a Zoom call, and I'll put the link in the comments below for you, so that you can book directly with me. Just a 20-minute call so we can have a chat about where you're at and whether I can help you or give you some other pointers to help you to be able to move forward. And if you'd like more information about me, then please go to my website, www.peaceful-living.co.uk.